Hey everybody, I'm Tyler Jackson. It's April 18th, and this is the 2-Minute News Minute number 50. I started doing the 2-Minute News Minute during the pandemic as a writing exercise and as a way to put a lot of silly stuff online at a time when in-person shows were dead. My biggest goal in comedy is to make a living writing silly stuff, and this video series has been me sort of manifesting that wish out into the world. I love making stuff, I love a writing challenge, and I love comedy. I want to give a big thank you to everybody who's been watching these and liking them or sharing them. Your appreciation and interaction with these videos has meant a ton to me. Anyway, in honor of this being the 50th video in the tradition of the sitcom clip show, I put together this, the greatest hits of the 2-Minute News Minute, my hand-selected favorite jokes from every video, and hopefully a fun look back at the last 6 months of the news. I hope you like it. Enjoy. This week, Dunkin' Donuts revealed their new Spicy Ghost Pepper Donut. Every Spicy Ghost Pepper Donut also comes with a free order of spicy holes. A right-wing extremist has been charged with setting fire to the 3rd Precinct police station in Minneapolis, escalating violence during the protests in May. The man says he's the leader of the South Texas Boogaloo Boys, but we all know that that's really Billy Gibbons from ZZ Top. Kanye West announced on Twitter that he voted for the first time ever for himself as a presidential write-in candidate. The rest of his ballot was empty in the photo, but you know he probably wrote himself in on every other race, so let me be the first to congratulate Cody, Wyoming's newest county water commissioner. Joe Biden has been projected to win the presidential election. On Saturday night, he gave his victory speech introduced by his Vice President Kamala Harris.
The President-elect of the United States of America, Joe Biden.
The Atlantic horseshoe crab's numbers are dwindling, an alarming fact since its blood is a key ingredient in developing vaccines. Of course, if you take one look at a horseshoe crab, I think you'll agree with me when I say good riddance to the devil's computer mouse and hello again to the measles. Bernard Sumner, the lead singer of New Order, has announced that he has COVID, and just a quick question about that, Bernard.
How does it feel?
The city of New Orleans has announced that due to COVID, there will be no Mardi Gras parades in 2021. Residents are expected to mourn the canceled event by getting drunk in the street and having several smaller parades. Anthony Fauci told USA Today this week that Santa won't be spreading the coronavirus on Christmas because Santa has immunity, which of course means that Santa got COVID way earlier in the year already and has since recovered, leaving Santa with COVID antibodies. Santa bodies. Despite CDC warnings to stay home, nearly 5 million travelers have flown this week, potentially leading to another COVID spike. Although eating dinner with people right before killing them, what could be more Thanksgiving than that, huh? Baby New Year has tested positive for COVID, so this year's replacement New Year's mascot is now, I hope things get better soon. I don't know how much more of this I can take, Steve. It's been revealed that Jared Kushner and Ivanka Trump don't let the Secret Service guards assigned to them use the bathrooms in their home. Although to be fair, nobody uses the bathrooms in their home because that's where Jared keeps his model train sets. Poet Amanda Gorman's reading of The Hill We Climb from Biden's inauguration has gone viral for its powerful message of bravery and unity. It's been received much better than the poem from Trump's inauguration, Randy Quaid reading the entire back of a jar of pickled eggs. Friday's episode of Jeopardy ended in a two-way tie, forcing producers to use the rarely seen Jeopardy tiebreaker, shirtless oil wrestling. Joe Biden has ordered the Department of Justice to end the use of private prisons, but now where are the courts supposed to send their fancy convicts? Public prison? That simply will not do. Do they even have a stable for my horses? This year, voters for the Baseball Hall of Fame have chosen to induct 0 new players. They have, however, finally chosen to induct third base. Congrats on making it into the Hall of Fame, third base. It's been a long time coming, and let me just say, couldn't have happened to a better base. A fitness instructor in Myanmar has gone viral for an aerobics video that shows the country's recent military coup unfolding in the background. It's pretty shocking, but this kind of thing actually happens more than you'd think. I mean, who could forget the Jane Fonda workout video where in the background you could see President Reagan being shot? Mere weeks into the NHL's new season, they've hit a COVID problem with 8 teams sidelined and 124 players on the sick list. To stop the spread, the commissioner of the NHL has recommended all players double mask before fist fighting on the ice. One on each fist, baby. The NASA Perseverance rover has provided us with the first ever audio recordings of the planet Mars. Let's take a quick listen. Isn't space majestic? The CEO of ERCOT, the group that controls Texas's energy grid, has said that he wouldn't have done anything differently during the state's recent emergency. And listen, I'm not saying that the guy deserves to be executed, but I am saying that it would be pretty funny if they made him sit in the electric chair and then they pulled the lever and nothing happened and then they just stared at him and they were like, typical. Hasbro has announced that the Mr. Potato Head brand name has changed to the gender-neutral Potato Head. One thing hasn't changed though, regardless of the gender, when you're done playing, you'll still take their face off and put it inside their butt. The estate of Dr. Seuss has announced that it will stop publishing 6 books due to racially insensitive content. The 6 books include well-known titles like Horton Hears a Slur, The Cat in the Hat, and Oh, the Places You'll Go If You're White. Twitter has announced they're working on a new feature called Super Followers, which would allow some accounts to post premium content behind a paywall. And listen, if you're using Twitter to... You know what you did! After a Burlington, Vermont high school was closed due to toxic chemicals, the city moved all classes into an abandoned Macy's. The weirdest part is now, instead of juniors and seniors, the school has juniors and petites. Lil Nas X has released a video game based on his Montero video called Twerk Hero, in which you move Nas's butt in time to the music to hit flashing arrows. The game is played using a computer mouse, which feels like a real missed opportunity to just go full Guitar Hero on this thing. Guitar Hero, Guitar Hero, Guitar Hero.